Hello guys and welcome to a Doctor Who Series 9 episode review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Koenig. I don't even know where to start with this one.
No, neither do I.
It is not exactly what it is not what I expected at all. I have my list right here of how I was going to start things off, but really that just blew my mind.
Yeah.
I did not
I don't know
even.
what to say.
To be honest with you, I am both surprised and a little bit confused as to how this is even happening in the first place. So, okay, the best way to start is to just briefly talk about the plot. So, we started off on a weird, misty planet with weird, odd-looking hands, which were acting as mines in a minefield. And with a little boy lost in the mist in a war-torn planet, who, on behold, the Doctor turns up to try and save him. When trying to comfort the boy and asking him who he is and whatever, what his name is, obviously the boy mentions that his name is Davros. And that's when the ball just dropped.
Yeah, that's when my eyes went... That's who he's going to kill.
I mean, we obviously know that Davros must have been a human at some point. He just mutated himself to, one, live forever, and two, become the supreme being, as that is always the Daleks' intention or mindset, to be, or, well, yeah, or to become the supreme being. Now, thoughts on the story, John? That episode was pretty brilliant. It acted like a series finale in a way.
It did. It did. It felt like it was the end of the series.
Yeah.
Already.
I loved what was being thrown into it. Although there's a couple of gaps that haven't been filled, and the thing that comes to my mind is continuity. You know what that is, don't you? Continuity.
Yeah.
It's last time we saw Davros was the Stolen Earth, was it? I think it was.
I think so. Yeah. The last time we saw him, he was dying in
No, the Stolen Earth was the one before that. I can't remember what the name of the
Journey's End.
Journey's End. There we go. Yeah, he was burning in fire, and his ship was about to explode. The Dalek Crucible mothership, whatever. Now, in that time, he could have been injured and managed to escape, but
We never saw what happened to him, did we?
no, we didn't. So you never know. But then again, see, this is where it gets confusing now, because the way it started off was absolutely brilliant and unbelievable, but then things just got way too confusing.
I will say one thing: that snake guy, I did not like his voice. It literally felt acted. It didn't feel real to me.
No, there was something about the way he was speaking.
Except when he turned into those snakes and the effects became on his voice. That's when I was like, yes, that's what it should always be like.
Yeah.
But when he was speaking normally, I thought that just sounds like some guy who's trying to pull a weird snake voice off.
So, no offense to the guy, but there's a lot here to go on, isn't there? Way too much.
What I will say though is I did not like the ending.
No.
I always think the to be continued parts should always end on a dun 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 dun, like what's gonna go on, what's happening, but it didn't. It was like, oh, exterminate, to be continued. I was like, well, yeah, you're either gonna kill a guy or you're not. I already know what either ending it's going to be. I already know what's going to happen. It could be either one, and I don't really care what either one happens because I already know that, judging by the preview clip that we saw at the end of that in the next time part, we already know that we still see more of Davros anyway. So it just felt like it didn't end right to me.
Well, Missy got exterminated, which obviously...
Oh, she'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. They didn't get I think they got teleported, didn't they?
I think, right, Davros is playing his game now.
Yeah.
He was left on that planet after he got promised Doctor would save him, right? Now, if he was promised to be saved, and then the guy just swanned off and then just left you to die, right? How would you feel? You'd feel devastated, you'd feel angry, you'd feel mad. I don't think Davros actually intended to kill them, or intended to do anything of the sort. Of course, that is his mindset, but still.
Maybe he just wanted to punish them really badly.
He wanted to torment or torture the Doctor the way that he was tormented and tortured by being left alone in a planet where he was definitely going to die. But as we saw at the end, things are changing. It's like time has now completely shifted. See, I'm trying to put these pieces in and see how they fit. From what I can gather, Davros. This is how Davros started. This is how he was always started. I think Stephen Moffat is different. He's definitely twisting.
Yeah, he's
Doctor
taking
Who's
everything that we
boundaries.
already knew about them, and he's just saying, forget all that.
Since Davros
is a
was
new
first
story.
introduced in the 70s, this is obviously the whole story of Davros. This is exactly how it was going to be. Because I'm pretty sure if it was, it wouldn't be time changing. Because I think a lot of things happen besides that. So I don't think the Doctor's altered time in any way. I think this is fixed. This
But
is
yeah,
how it was
I think
always
it's
going to be.
because we never saw, did we? We never saw the beginning of Davros in the classic series, did we?
No,
Did we?
we
No?
because when in Tom Baker's episode, what happened was the Time Lords wanted the Doctor to go back in time to the creation of the Daleks to try and stop it, but it never really worked. I don't think it worked out so well, and that was when Davros was introduced, because the Daleks were being produced as a weapon for kind of good in a way, but of course it never turned out right. So
But
moving.
yeah, Stephen Moffat had the rights to do this.
So, basically, all in all, it seems that we have literally seen the start of Davros, how he began, and now we are now coming to the very end. So we've seen him how he started, and now we're seeing him at his end. Yeah. Now, moving on from the Daleks and Davros, which, by the way, I'm going to quickly add. I was thrilled to see the classic Daleks. That was amazing.
Yes,
Brilliant.
that was good. And there was a small scene where we saw the weapons Dalek. Was it called? Yeah, the weapons Dalek.
From
We saw him talking.
That was from Sylvester McCoy's episode, wasn't it? I remember. Yeah, I've only just remembered. I think they were introduced in Remembrance of the Daleks, which is the Sylvester McCoy one. They were introduced in that, I believe.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
they were talking. He was talking. The weapons Dalek was, and I was like, wow. Because the last time we saw the weapons Dalek, it was in a Matt Smith episode. Which one was that now? It was
Can't
in the
remember.
asylum.
All right, okay. Right, yeah. So moving from the Dalek one, which I've literally just we've talked 8 minutes on. Oh, see, too much. Missy returning now.
Yes, I love Missy.
Michelle Gomez has literally done it again. She's brilliant at that job.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. The beginning of the episode, she kind of went out on like a limb to get everyone's attention, but then again, she's Missy / the Master and is
Tension
clinically,
seeking.
well, I was going to say clinically, mentally, and universally insane. So
Yeah, but I like those kind of people because that's me all over.
I bet. So her interacting with Clara and the Doctor as a companion or friend, really does interest me. I'm intrigued to see how she pulls it off at the end, because I'm not quite sure what she was doing at the very end. Was she trying to purposely betray the Doctor and Clara, or did she know? She's the Time Lord, and she's the Doctor's
might
closest
have.
friend. Therefore, I go out and limb to say that she was planning something, or she knew what was going to happen.
Although, even if that is the case, Jack, she was Missy, as the character, was playing it off as if she was like, "Oh my god, I'm going to get killed here. I need to find a solution fast. Forget everyone else. Let's just think of me."
That's true. I mean, the Master has kind of made deals with the Daleks before in the very past.
Yeah, I was going to say he has done this type of thing before, but obviously this time it's failed.
So you know,
I'm actually kind of happy that the Emperor Dalek went kill.
now, moving on to almost the very
Emperor
end.
Supreme, sorry. Carry on.
The quality of the episode. So how did this episode make you feel? Like atmosphere, tension. How did it make you feel?
I did feel. I felt like, oh yeah, what's gonna happen? Oh, I'm excited, kind of thing. But the ending, I was just like, oh, what's going on? I literally got lost for a few seconds, and that's why I said the ending didn't feel right to me. But yeah, I did feel tension a lot. I was like, oh, I can't see certain parts, and sometimes I missed a word because I was speaking quietly. It's like, oh, so
I missed a couple of things because I was trying to piece in my mind what was going on. But that is one hell of a episode opener, pre-title sequence. That is one hell of a pre-title sequence.
Oh, did you not talk about title sequence? Did you notice ever so slight change in title sequence? It was more bluish and a bit more smoke.
More of a colour correction, yeah. It's quite good. Still, the title
They
sequence.
could have done away with the whole thing changing, but oh well.
Yeah. with me, exactly the same feeling. It's just that pre-title sequence that really, really got me. That was just, and I just couldn't get my head around from that point. Clearly,
it's very cinematic. They've kept that going.
Very, and also dark.
Yes.
Very dark.
More adult. It's taking away that kid feeling now, which is good. I like that.
But yeah, you're definitely right. Cinematic, dark, very, very intriguing. Now, a couple of the little things in this. Unit, we got Unit again. Great to see Kate and whatever. Even though the whole Unit thing back in the Day of the Doctor, was that the anniversary? Was it? Yeah, the Day of the Doctor, or was it? Yeah, I think it was the Day of the Doctor. Even though the whole thing with the Unit in the Day of the Doctor was a bit kind of okay, you know. But yeah, great to see Unit again back in the Tower of London. Also, what I liked to see the most was the Maldivarium pub or club, should I say, with the Ood and all like all those folks. It's great seeing that. I love seeing those kind of places, and also the Shadow Proclamation.
Yes, we finally
that woman.
You know,
that woman returned.
That woman. Sometimes you could feel like you could slap her around the face.
Yeah.
She comes across as very, oh, look at me kind of thing, you know. That's what I take from her anyway.
But yeah,
I'm the police.
literally, that was really good. And I really can't wait for next week's.
What I will say, the planes, I thought it was going to be a big plot point, but then I was like, oh, let down.
Yeah, I did find it
kind of cool. That was a classic Missy, though. Because this, I can see what they've done with Missy now. They've said, hey, the Master was so dark and evil, and look at me, I'm powerful, I'm going to kill everyone. And then they went ahead and said, but Missy is literally the exact, well, I was going to say opposite. I don't think she's opposite. She's basically took all the fun and excitement out of the Master and put it up front, basically.
Yeah.
Because she's literally went ahead and said, oh, look at me, I can do this with the planes. Click. Oh, attention, attention, give me attention. Do you want an umbrella, dear? Don't. No.
Well, personally, I definitely agree with you. And I do feel that Missy's, or the Master, is definitely taking a different direction.
I like it.
That was my opinion. So, our verdicts. We're having verdicts for this one, guys. To put it all in all, Stephen Moffat, even though you've had issues in the past, for this one, you've gone right up there. I'm gonna give this. I am going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Just a little bits there, you know, that just didn't quite fit in slightly, that I mentioned earlier on, but still, 9.5 out of 10. Smashing episode. Loved it. Brilliant start to the series. I need more. Your verdict.
I am tying between 9 and 9.5. I really don't know, because I'm just trying to weigh what I didn't like about it. I think something I didn't like about that was the ending, really. But I think overall, and of course the voice. That voice could totally have been fixed.
Yeah.
But no, you know what? Let's bite the bullet. Yeah, okay. 9.5. I'm going to stick with 9.5. I think it was just missing that 10 point.
That's perfectly fine. Right, folks, that is our review video. I have no idea what time you're watching this, probably at 10 o'clock at night or however what time we've uploaded it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You're definitely going to be seeing more. We are going to be trying to do a video on Saturday morning as well, so do look out for that, both Second Life and whatever else we decide to do. So do look out for those. Until next week, guys, see you soon, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That is all we have for today, folks.
Join us again next week on another Saturday Geeks video to find out what adventure we embark on next.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment on the video below. Remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos.
Till next time.
Take care, stay safe, and remember, let
your geeky side out. Toodle pip.